skin. I can't afford for you to see what's in. I'd rather shoot myself than have you watch me. I fear you'd steal my skin too. Try and wear me. I've been trying one more day. Oh, my soul. Carried away, had no shame. Just suffocate and breathe. Was me, but you weren't you. You were sticking to me like a skin. So I peeled you away. Been 4 days, and still in my sin. Shedding skin, changing within. I'm falling in.
Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here again, and it's time for another quick riff video, and this time we're digging into the metal vaults with one of Dimebag and Pantera's most underrated and or overlooked guitar riffs, the opening to Shedding Skin from their 1994 album Far Beyond Driven. Gonna show you guys that opening riff, and then we'll see how much more of this track I can jam into 6 or 7 minutes, verse, chorus, whatever. Let's close in and get started, yeah? Good then, Shedding Skin, Pantera from Far Beyond Driven. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial. However, the studio version of this one is tuned down a little bit flat of standard. It's not quite a half step down, it's kind of somewhere in between. So know that if you're going to be in standard tuning and try to play along with the studio version of this one or a backing track, you're going to find that your guitar is a little bit sharp. So it'll need to go down maybe about a quarter step. Great opening riff, really like this, kind of creepy. And the whole track is kind of creepy to tell the truth, but a great opening riff. So what we're doing with our left hand here is really quite easy. We're just doing this. Right, we're just going open E onto the 3rd fret, 2 to 3 of the A, down to the 2 of the D string, and then reverse it. Right, and you repeat that 3 times. And it's all palm muted, and it's all downstrokes for the most part. So the thing is, to give this this riff its life, you know, that's kind of boring, is that we're going to double pick all of the E notes. So the open E string and that 2nd fret of the D string, when we go down to it, we're going to double hit those. So those are not down picked. Those are alternate picked. So kind of like that, right? And you're going to repeat that 3 times. Then we're going to do this little descending pattern. So we're going to go from 2 to 3, 2 from the A string up to 3 of the low E. Every one of these pick strikes on the A string is going to be a double pick strike. And you're going to repeat that twice. So you're going to go 2 to 3, going to back it up 1 spot, go 1 to 2, and then off to open, and then 1. Right? And then back into the main riff. So you're going to repeat that, I think, 4 times at the beginning of this track before we drop into the rather spooky chords, a little quieter section. So we're using an E minor 9 chord here. Now, when I was figuring this out, I didn't know what this chord was. I had to look it up. I said, what kind of chord is that? But so I looked it up. It's an E minor 9. It is open E string, 2nd fret of the A string, 4th fret of the D string, open G, 3rd fret of the B, open high E. E minor 9. And we're going to be moving this chord shape around. We're going to move it up 1 spot, and then we're going to move it back 2 spots. But we're going to arpeggiate notes out of this. Kind of like that. So we're going to go from the low E down to the A string. down to the B string, up to the G string, and then we're going to go down to the high E and just ride straight up to the D string. Right? Then we're going to move it up one spot and do the exact same thing. Now it's getting this real dissonant, creepy sound to it. Then we're going to move it back 2 spots to 1 and 4 here on the A and the D. And then we're going to hit some harmonics. So we're going to hit the open E string rather lightly, and then you're going to grab harmonics on the 5th fret of the A, D, and G string. Right? And then back into the chords again. We're going to repeat this 4 times. Right, and you repeat that 4 times. We kick our gain back on and we drop into the verse riff. And we're going to repeat that 4 times. So we drop into kind of speed picking a palm muted open E string, and then you're going to grab an E power chord. Then a very quick little hammer on from 2 to 3 of the low E string, back off to the E power chord and choke it off. Kind of like that, right? And you're going to repeat that 3 times. And then after every 3rd repeat, you're going to go on to that hammer on from 2 to 3. And then you're going to grab the 2nd fret of the A string. You're going to give it 3 half-step bends up to C. Drop off to an F note here at the 1st fret, back off to an E power chord. Right? And then just repeat the whole thing 4 times. So, like I said, you repeat that 4 times. I should have kept going because I was almost there. Now, the final time, we're going to pull off to that, we're going to go to that F note, and we're going to go off to E very briefly, but then we're going to drop into an A sharp power chord. Kind of like that. Boom, bam, bam, right? And then we have these 2 dissonant chords. So it's 8, 9, 10, and just back the whole thing up 1 position. And give it a good little waggle, right? And then we're back into the main riff for the chorus. And there you have it, my friends. We're going to stop there. That is how you play Shedding Skin by Pantera. Certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful. And if you did, please hit that like button. Drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind and helpful to the growth of my little channel. Hope you're well out there, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.